Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending upon where you live around the world. We revisit the creation of a geodesic dome. Now you can see all these iterations. They are all different ways of creating a dome, each having their benefits, or a logic, or a preference. Whatever you want to think of them as, that's fine. But each of them have their there may not be the wisdom in those selections that you would want to give it. One of the ones, these look like colourful beanies. This one here has a huge benefit in the fact that all the layers created a level. So if you wanted to take a particular section of dome, it will sit straight on the ground. You don't have to adjust the strut lengths. Now you've already done it in the drawing if you wish to do so. That's a huge benefit for a lot of people, because they may decide not to make a pergola, and this is what I was making the comment about previously. Your goals may not be anywhere near what I want. I want to make that open-sided octadome pergola, or octahedron-based dome pergola. You, however, may want to make a cover for a hothouse. You may want to just create this nice, very pleasing, I find pleasing shape that's only, we'll say, 1, 2, 3, 4 layers, not the 6 that would create the half sphere. In this version, it works perfectly. All your maths for the strut lengths, which you had gained from the SketchUp model, has been achieved in this version. This one is different from this. This is the version I'll be mainly concentrating on as we go forward, but it's not the final one. And this version is very similar, just a different iteration, and this one's different again. And you think, is it worth it? Well, there's the question. I've got no idea. This one here is very similar in a lot of ways to this one, but you wouldn't know it unless you actually do the drawings yourself and start to compare. So while this one is not an oddity, has certain benefits, it's not the one I'm going with, nor this one, nor really this one, and believe it or not this one. And we go back to the air quotes correct version of here. Here is another version which I'm not going to chase down, but it's a variance on this one. Long-winded, not worrying about it just at this stage. So this would be a variance of this one. This is the correct one. That's why I'm leaving them in the colours, so that they relate from one to another, one video to another. Now, what's the difference between this one, which we just did, is this one here, where we have all the increments of the circle all even. It's like when you've drawn an arc or a circle, and you put in that you want a 24-sided circle, the way it's divided up when you draw them. The line was straight across between those points. The variance is, you can, depending on where you create these bottom lines, you can choose to use the line to divide them, like you have all here, but here and here are divided as per the even section, but this one is divided by a line, so you've followed the divisions for these two sides as per an arc, but this one as per the line, as you did with these other ones. That seems to be a bit ass about face in some ways. So you can choose to correct the bottom to be the same as the two sides, to be divided by the increments of the arc, and the internals to be divided by the straight lines, and therefore you get a slight difference. It is minor, but you may want to chase that down. This one is, I've created the arc there, just the three arcs. Then I created a circle at this height, horizontal, so it's in that flat plane, and I reduced the number of edges by 1. So where we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, we've got here, as we can see if we orientate it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next level up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, then 2, then 1. And from those we create our rays, or of the porcupine, the quills of the porcupine, to create this dome. An alternative method is to have the same reduction in number of sections of the circle, but inclined relative to the center point of the sphere. So you've got this, I'll see whether I can do it for you. Just gone into pause mode. You can see that the plane upon which it's inclined back to the center. This to me is a pleasing, to my logic, way of doing it. It's a you can perhaps see it better in this version. You've rotated the planes from the center and intersected them at these points here. There's a variance again. You can intersect them along here, along a rotated plane. It just gets complicated. The versions, or the iterations, the variances proliferate to the point where you start to chase your tail, and unless you settle for 1 or 2, you'll lose yourself. You'll get confused. But once you start to see how it generates the differences, you may settle on it, and it may be your preferred method. So exploring the possibilities is what we're doing here. For your intended use, one of these iterations may be your preferred version compared to mine, and I'm going to show you 2 more ways to draw them. As I say, this one here has got a lot going for it if you want to just have a part dome with flat bases. Okay, that was a very... I apologise for the confusion, because a lot of it is how we try to convey an idea from a drawing program via my badly chosen words and ideas to cover that. So I hope it's of some benefit. Bear with us. We're working through a process. You may well be. I'm definitely working through the process to get to the end conclusion. Rightio, we'll be back soon. We'll sidestep this particular set of drawings for the next, and hopefully you'll see where I'm coming from. Okay, that's enough. See you later. Bye.